Okay.
So here I am again with my flowers. Gosh, it feels like this is a never-ending project. I think this is the last step though. I'm finally ready to plant my big pots and it's a beautiful day for it. I've got laundry hanging on the line and I figured I would just get this done so I don't have to keep putting it off. Okay, Chloe, what have you been doing?
I've been planting these flowers.
Yeah?
And so we just kind of hold onto the tiny part and kind of just squish this so it comes out easier. And then you dig a little hole and then you can put it in and then bury it with the soil around it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to do that to that pot too. So yeah, it's fun.
Cool. You like gardening?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Hi, Eiley. What are you up to?
Not much.
Not much. Just playing around in the sunshine, huh? So I'm out here with my strawberry bed. I haven't really done anything with it other than just uncover it this year, but it's kind of looking like it needs some weeding, and the dirt around all of the plants seems to be really hard packed, and so I'm trying to loosen it up and till it so maybe some of the runners from the strawberry plants will be able to take root a little bit more easily. I'm also going to snip the runners that have actually established a root down in the ground. I'm going to snip them away from the other strawberry plants because it takes energy away from that strawberry plant to make strawberries. So I'm going to do that and kind of just get this thing a little spruced up and hopefully a little bit healthier. I think you guys have really got the picture of what I'm doing right now, so I will just spare you the rest of this tedious weeding production and show you the end result. Okay, so here's the finished product. Looks so much nicer. There's no more weeds. The soil has all been tilled, so it's nice and soft. I'm going to add some more coffee grounds to it, get it watered, and I think we are done.
One thing we hardly ever talk about is the cache. A cache was historically built for trappers and miners and homesteaders to keep important things like animal pelts and fresh meat away from bears. So you would climb up there, put your valuables up there, and then take the ladder down so animals like bears, wolverines, and stuff like that couldn't climb up and destroy your property. The previous lodge owner built this one to actually store lots of dog food. He would haul in hundreds of pounds of dog food at a time for the dog sled team that they used to have. So that's what we still use it for today. I'm gonna put some of Pippin's dog food up there and grab some of Howie's. So we don't really bother taking the ladder down. I don't think the dog food smells that much. We've never had a problem with bears eating dog food. All right, so I'm gonna climb up the ladder here, show you guys something. Get a good view of the lawn because I mowed the grass today. Looking sharp. I also have been really busy at the woodshed. As you can see, this stack is coming along quite nicely, but I've been counting how many logs I can do by myself, and I did about 15 logs in 2 hours. Cut, split, and stacked. Not too bad, considering what I thought I could get done in 2 hours. The problem is my hands just got beat up, so I got to try some different gloves tomorrow. So right back here in the meadow and then heads up to Bear Point there is where we run the pipe down for our spring line. And just yesterday, Chloe spotted a little black bear running through the backyard. And so I always got to go check. After something like that happens, I got to check and make sure the water pressure is still good and he didn't go bite the line. The bears bite the spring line from time to time. If they trip over it or if they just get curious, they'll bite at it. But everything's fine. He didn't bother anything. He ran right over it. I just checked. Still good. So, awesome. Even though it's gravity fed and the spring line comes down in elevation In the 2,000 feet it travels, I think it's about 300 feet of elevation drop, and we get about 3 gallons per minute. So not bad considering the fact that it's gravity fed. So anyways, that's about it. Just wanted to show you a couple updates of what I did today while Alyssa was cranking out the strawberry bed and more flowers, and she's doing tons of stuff. I was just trying to keep up with her. All right, so right over in this area is Blueberry Hill, but we are heading further north up to the overlook again. We head to the overlook quite often. We just did a couple weeks ago to check the thickness of the lake ice. But now the recon on this little mission is a little different. The elevation, the water elevation of the lake is really high. Side note, there's still snow, middle of June. But the reason I gotta go up over the overlook is to check how deep my creek crossing is, so I can prepare my hikes and my itineraries for all the clients. So, will it be too deep to cross? Can I jump from rock to rock? That kind of thing. So, just a little recon so I know what to expect over the next couple weeks. Alyssa and Eiley are coming down the steep north backside of the overlook, and as we swing around here we see the lake, and we work our way down where Chloe's heading over to the creek, and we follow that little caribou trail that you can see right off to the left of Chloe's head. Well, Howie just answered my question. He made it super easy. So one of my crossing options is right there. It follows that caribou and moose trail right behind that little bush where Howie's heading off to. And there's also this option here. And about a week ago, all of these rocks were underwater. So the elevation of the lake has gone down significantly. So I'm good to go. I could hike all the way around the lake and cross the outlet and the inlet without getting people's hiking boots wet. So I can check that off of my list of things to check. Check, check. All right, so I decided to come over and inspect these willow trees. I would suspect the moose stuck around here all winter. For reference, that's tall. And if a porcupine was gonna do that, it'd be no problem for them to climb up and do this. But also, you would see these weird little gnaw marks from little porcupine teeth. And right here, this is just super smooth and stripped. I don't know if I can get that with the camera. That's like 9 feet, like maybe 8 feet from where I'm standing. So it's impressive how tall these moose are and what they reach. There's a lot more over here. It looks like the moose just made herself at home here, and her diet was mostly sticks and bark this winter, which is very common. Willow is actually very medicinal. The bark itself has a natural, I don't know, like a version of ibuprofen, and it takes down inflammation, takes away headaches. It's pretty impressive, and it's no wonder why animals would eat it, especially during those cold winter months when the moose's joints are probably aching and they're sore from walking through all the deep snow. The way they were designed is to just like go after willow trees and get an anti-inflammatory by just chewing on that bark. It's pretty cool. All right, well, the family's still enjoying the creek, but we got to get back soon. I did not spray myself with bug spray. I also been bitty. I also have been.
They will bloom probably in the next week or so. They're called chocolate lilies. They're also called poop lilies, at least around here, because they literally smell like poop. Flies are attracted to them because they stink. My kids also call them outhouse lilies, which is pretty appropriate.
Bramante brothers.